evening it is to be alive. Another day in the wilderness. Another lonely day in the woods. If only my knight in shining armor will come. Oh, hello. Yes, come into my tree. Yes, step in. Well, watch your step. But step in, have a seat. Your name? Oh, I've seen you before. Yes, oh dear. I apologize, I mispronounced your final name. Okay. You'd rather I call you Jess, okay. For short. It's a nice, beautiful name. It's a nice nickname. I've known a couple of Jesses in my life. So what brings you today? A reading, what type? Okay, you would like a candle, a tarot. My specialty, rune readings. Okay. Well, I can't do bones today. I unfortunately ran out. Yes, I do not reuse bones. I will have to go hunt in the woods for more. No, I am not a hunter. I do not touch the wildlife. I respect it very greatly. However, I will just simply have to go look for more from decomposed wildlife. Anyway, so, care for a cup of tea? No? You look tense. Don't worry. I don't bite. Just relax. All right. So, shall we begin? How did you find your way here? Oh, okay. You live a mile down the road. With all the muggle traffic. Yeah, I do not miss living there. No. Oh, the only thing I still use that muggles use is a lighter. Alrighty then, I suppose that we shall begin. What would you like first? The candle. Oh, certainly so. You're the type who knows exactly what they want in life, don't they? But they don't necessarily know how to get it. Oh, honey, I don't need anything to channel. Okay. Well, with that put aside, indicate to me exactly which candle color you would like. Wise decision. I would have agreed with that as well. We shall begin. Now give me some time to call upon my guides and ancestors using the power of light. Siusiyomiti siyomata. Onyene hata hiata sehata anaka. Kiomata kreta kiala. Yomata umata shiatakana. Sishisihata hananata bafanda. Kiomata ka ala anda atsyana. Anda ashetiata hata kanyata. Umata kachya shahata halakandata. Tonight is the harvest moon, so this is the perfect time to give yourself a reading. So, once you leave the woods here today, please let all your friends and family know about me. What is going on with this person in front of me today? What do they need to know about their lives? Like I've said, and I will only repeat myself, you are exactly where you are meant to be right now, whether you like it or not at this time. There is a lot still predetermined, fate, destiny, whatever you'd like to call it as, that still has yet to unfold in your dear life. So you're sort of in that waiting period in this moment before those things befall upon you. You sort of have a mix of both masculine and feminine energies, which is very interesting. You perceive yourself in one way, but people perceive you another. There's also a lot you can tolerate and put up with, but a lot you can't. So sometimes this tug and pull of these masculine and feminine energies has nothing to do with gender when I say this, of course, but they sort of, in a weird way, propel you forward. Challenges always push you forward to grow spiritually, but also it helps it makes you struggle with your identity here when there's this tug and pull of like, I think I know myself, but then someone else tells me otherwise. Do you see? Does that feel like it resonates with you? Mm-hmm. So, you are yet in your blossoming phase here. You have yet to blossom. And there will come a time in your life when you will have to be ready to shine. You may have to shine to the public. There may be some public work you do for your job, your career. And I don't know, I just hear public works for some reason, public works, like working for the public, or is this a government job, being a government official, head of state, something important, where, are you working for head of state, where you will be required to take on a very serious, high official role. And so I feel like this is maybe not quite yet in your career, almost, but it's going to be a time when, I don't know why I hear a lot of delays in the spirit. A lot of delays will happen. I believe I've seen this once before. I've seen a lot of flight logs get delayed. And it's going to be way more than what we've seen in the public muggle realm, that is. But I don't catch flights. I climb trees, honey. Yeah, there's a difference. Yeah, I don't live that muggle life. But anyway, so I see a lot of beauty here in your life coming through for you shortly. I sort of feel as though there's a lot awaiting you. Do you happen to have a cat? I see a beast in your home. If you don't, that means it's time to cleanse your home's energy. I highly recommend this. It is highly advisable at this moment in time in your life to take precautionary measures. Don't overspend. Don't make rash decisions, like planning a vacation that it's going to end up raining the whole time you're there. Thunderstorming, God forbid. So Certainly hope that does not occur, but cautionary planning. If you plan during a rainy season, this is why it's important to remain connected to nature so that you can feel what Mother Earth will do next, no matter how unpredictable. I definitely feel as though you made a lot of sacrifice and commitment to get to where you are right now at this moment in your life. And there shall sort of be now a break period where that does not have to continue occurring. Where you won't have to keep making these difficult decisions or sacrifices in your life any longer, okay? So I feel an emotion behind it beyond measure. I feel as though you are relieved hearing this news. That it's almost like there's a sense of courage in you to keep going, and if you had to continue making sacrifices, that you would have done anything. I feel you definitely want children. You're very mature. Maybe some have called you an old soul. But your love life, you said it wasn't too hot right now, was it? All the more reason you should live in the woods. There's no love life here. You fall in love with the trees instead. The beauty of nature all around you. But what I am saying, based on what the candle's saying, is that it's not time yet. This is going to be part of your blossoming phase. I shouldn't say phase. Phase sounds like a temporary thing. Stage in your life. A level, right? And you're leveling up. But you're doing what the Muggle world would call getting that bag, making that coin. Yo. But it's not everything. It can't hug you at night. So you're looking for more, clearly. I don't know why I hear Spain when I hear a lover. Maybe a hot romantic lover from Spain. Sometimes if it doesn't work out in your home nation, you gotta try a poorer country. Not saying Spain is a poor country. It's not. But income-wise, gives you a little step up, a little advantage, But by no means am I saying you should get a mail order husband or anything. What I am saying, though, is there are advantages to trying out of your bounds of what you normally would do. Hint, hint. So, I see an older, wiser gentleman here that can help you. Maybe it's a romantic relationship that you normally wouldn't have thought have worked out. I don't necessarily believe it would be a love with this older gentleman, but it could be something where they fancy you along your dating journey. I hear 1 to 2 more years until you sort of find that more stable, solid partner that you are looking for deep inside of your heart and soul. How beautiful is that message? You will have to continue to learn along the way. There will be a lot that life shows you, introduces you, shows you a new way. You have to unlearn old things. You have to be very flexible. I hear 2026. This is going to be your first taste of it, but it's going to be intense. I forewarn you, this is not going to be an easy period for you. I never said it was going to be easy. But you'll get through. You will overcome. I hear 2028 when it comes to huge probability for marriage. Maybe even. I don't know children, but I see 1-2 children maximum. Maybe you feel it's too late in your life by then. It's too much in your later years. Some people get scared to have children after a certain age. So, understandably so. What else do we see, dear? Spirit world, using the power of the flame to guide me into what I should know now. The violet flame of this candle. I would say you definitely need to sing more. Use those vocal cords. There's a hidden gift or talent within you. Could also be artistry as well. Does that sit well with you? Pick up the paintbrush, okay? Pick up the music sheet. Pick up the instrument. Just throw and splatter some paint on a canvas for once. Try something a little new and different. Get out of that comfort zone. You get me, okay? I'm sort of circling the idea here with you to emphasize a point. Get inspired, and this will continue allowing your creative juices to flow. And then those inspirations will inspire other inspiratory ideas. But nonetheless, what are some final messages for you this time? It's such an important reminder to relax and breathe. Especially at such a time when now it seems like more people are hypersensitive to their surroundings and occurrences. So I ask that you remain calm through this whole entirety of the process of life's unfolding and evolution, because it will end up panning out to what you expect it to be, not necessarily what you desire it to be or do or accomplish. Life will just show you the way forward, and it will roll forward the way it's meant to roll forward. From here on out, it's not a time anymore of pondering upon your life's purpose. Those days are dead. Your life will be bestowed before you, and you will have to take appropriate action. You will be responsible for your soul at this time and what you decide to do with your short time here, because our time is limited. It's like a video game. It doesn't last forever. The levels, eventually you level up and you get out of here. So we all go back to the earth, as you can see behind me. We all end up ash and dust, moss covering on a tree, going back to the stars. So what is the intent of what you'd like to accomplish with this minimal time you have? Health will be good. You will live a longer, probably a longer life than you like to imagine or believe or want, because some people don't really desire that. I hear something profound in your 60s, though. Something really changes for you in your 60s. Well, deep into your 60s, it's like you can't go back after that. Your world is not the same after that. So, would you like the runes or the tarot next? the runes. You like all the interesting forms of reading first. I shall go ahead and begin my runestones now. Alright, we shall continue. Care for some moss? You can simply drape this elegantly over you if you would like. I shall gift you some. There you go. So let us continue, shall we? This will be a different type and style format of reading. I'm not actually going to read these runes. No. That's not my specialty. I'm just going to toss them and use my intuition on what I feel the message is, okay? That's what I'm going to simply do today. All right, so let us see. So I'm definitely getting a vibe and impression here today. There's a sharp contrast in your life that there is sort of a lot of difference in who you used to be. There seems to be, in particular, a sort of volatile energy. Maybe did you have a volatile upbringing in your life, or something where you sort of feel as though, life gave you short end of the stick to start with, and then you kind of worked your way up. It's like parents always provided, but you always kind of asked or wished for something more. There's always something you were yearning for. I feel like you change your mind pretty quickly here, but you're still overall a solid, stable person, an individual. I would say life has treated you fairly thus far, even though it's unjust. When there's injustices, you definitely point them out more, you notice them more. Maybe there's more of a pessimistic attitude, but overall, there's so much more positive that outweighs it, that it kind of allows you to move past that in a way. You've had, I would say on and off, many friendships over the years. Some have stuck, some have not. But overall, I would say it's good. It's all good. The friends you have now are good. Even if you're just a best friend to yourself. That's most important of all. Now you do have a great divine connection with nature. However, they emphasize to continue that connection. Especially birds. Birds are a huge symbol here. I sort of see a Libra energy. Sun, moon are rising. You definitely have an ancient past connection, past life with the Nords, the Nordic people. I'm not talking about Norway or Norwegians today. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the alien Nordic people. You have been hurt. I see in the past life you were left kind of really scathed badly. Really, really badly scathed. Like a beast must have really taken you alive. And it was not pretty. It left a lot of damage on your physical vessel. I think that overwhelmed you a lot. But actually, that was a future life. But to us, it's perceived as the past, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I just have to let you know now that whatever it is you're doing it right. You're doing great. There's nothing really you should concern yourself with here. This feels like a divine order. There's only maybe a couple, one or two things. It's like there were two things in your life that didn't work. Now it's going to be only one that's not working for you. And when you pinpoint what that one is not working for you, it's going to point you in the right direction, as I see an arrow here. But sometimes you have to kind of take a step back before you shoot forwards. So that's going to be a tricky challenge here. So let's see what are the things you're not facing here. Someone with a name starting with the letter V, first, last, or middle initial. There could be a crossroads here, two-sword energy type thing here. Where there's like denial, not really wanting to face or address certain things about each other. It could be a tricky obstacle here for you to not know what you want to do. Where does this lead? Maybe to someone with the letter M as an initial. First, last, middle. So V to M. V to M. What's the highest thing you should focus on? Your connection to nature. It clearly emphasizes that here. There's some things trying to lead you off the path. Some things trying to distract you, lead you astray. Empty your mind more. I think there's too much in your head. Maybe you're your own worst enemy sometimes. You're too much standing in your own way. And then when you do that, it will lead you to the target of where you should be in life. And the final outcome here clearly shows a positive answer of hope, peace, unity, coming together. You're always going to grow. Your soul, on a soul level, is growing here, okay? So don't worry so heavily about this, all right? There will be a lot of changes in your life shortly. But there's a great divide first. There's a great separation that's coming. And I've been seeing this with all of my clients. That it will be bestowed upon us very soon. It's very close in proximity to when you increase your connection to the nature, okay? So go alone. You have to go alone. You can't go with anyone. And that will give you a clear mind on knowing what to do with these friendships. Okay? Because you might be concerned about who you have in your life, who you keep close to your circle, especially as you grow more. But grow in soul first. Don't grow in the physical. Because the physical will fade away. Your soul doesn't. So I definitely see new people in your life very soon. That's all I will say. But the positive runes now, the ones that have already been uncovered here, are showing me that even though life is kind of scattered sometimes, you know exactly what to do, which direction to go. Maybe you'll go with cardinal directions when you get lost. So again, get lost in the woods, see how good you are, right? Your internal compass. And that will build your confidence, okay? So you've had only simple tools given to you early on. You've had to learn a lot in life on your own. You've had to put yourself through challenges and struggles in order to grow. And you knew this was best for you deep down. It's not like someone told you this information. So this is that old soul energy I was talking about earlier. That you already had that internal compass, and you do, and I see that very clearly here. Nothing can mislead you, misguide you, or lead you astray. You'll know deep down what it is you need to do. Okay, so these are a beautiful arrangement of runes. As I read them on the table, let's see if there's any final thoughts, connections here. there's like a double prize or reward here. There's like a bonus or raise or something big coming for you. It will happen quickly before you know it, and it will shoot you forward. It will like propel you ahead. It's gonna be great. You have such a greatness about you that you don't see necessarily in the mirror. Sometimes you do in blips or glimpses. So remember when you're feeling low self-esteem, lack of confidence, because we all do, that you have that greatness within you on a soul level. Let's see, I'm going to pick one rune. Be who you are. Don't be afraid to express the true core essence of your nature. Don't be afraid to just be. Thank you. Okay. It is getting quite warm here, as we're now barely just leaving the fall season. Do you mind? This is a nice scarf, but it is incredibly warm. So, shall I begin the tarot card reading now? All right. Let me go ahead and do this. Put this aside. And I shall continue. What is it that you should know at this time, right here, right now, in terms of your life? Would you like to look at your love life first, perhaps? We can look at those aspects as well for you. Well, how many readings do I do per week? I like to keep busy, but I don't like to allow my work to swallow me whole either. Especially when I live out of the woods, I don't necessarily have a need for that much human worldly resources. We have the 5 of Cups here and the 9 of Wands. I like to check in with my in-person clients first. What does this mean to you? Just this first card, the 5 of Cups. Ah, yes, sadness, right? I definitely am seeing quite a bit of that. Since we're asking about your love life, there's a frustration and a sadness. There's an energy of I don't really have what I'm looking for here. I don't really have what I want or need. It's like an unfulfilled need here. And there's a desire to fulfill you in more ways than one. But you feel as though no one can fulfill your need that you're looking for deep down inside. It's almost as though there has yet to be the right person ever in the entirety of your life that has yet to fulfill that need that you are looking for deep down. Do you see how that can connect with you? So, yes, there is definitely that energy of a lack of fulfillment per se in what someone can possibly offer you or provide to you because of this. And so I'm definitely getting that energy today. That it's almost like you feel as though it will be a miracle or a blessing for someone to just come through and make that change in your life, make that difference, make something happen that hasn't quite happened yet, Right? Would you say that is quite accurate? Indeed. And it's a struggle, it's a challenge. It's almost like you sort of wish there were more. That's all. You wish there were more to this life, and you almost wish as though there was no such thing as love, or feeling the urgency to find love. We have the Hangman here and the Three of Wands. It's you've had some dark thoughts here. While your life may be great, on the other hand, you feel in other ways it's not so much. Excuse me. The summer humidity is stubbornly here, and my little tree hut does not ventilate so easily. So I'm sort of seeing as though you have pondered deeply on this subject, and this has allowed your maturity to grow more. You had a formidable strength, unlike any other, but you've certainly lost a lot of your life worrying and stressing, have you not? There were certainly plenty of moments in your days on this planet where you felt as though whatever you did didn't make much of a difference, that you sort of still were in the same result. You didn't expect the same things to occur, but you sort of figured, this is all life has to offer me right now. I might as well enjoy it. And that has most definitely given you more joy in this life, provided you more the ability to enjoy what you were given and offered. If that makes the slightest of sense here. Ace of Swords, though, you still are not the victim here. You still are aware of how to empower yourself. There will be a better outcome. I think you sort of choose to drown in your career as an option to sort of weigh the negatives. You almost feel like something has to crack or give, right? There's this energy of something has to come through that makes a change in your life just around the corner, is it not? I apologize, nature is so unpredictable. I feel a slight draft and breeze come through the woods. Nonetheless, your formidability is what will test you sometimes. It's going to allow you to push through further. And so I see here that you will face the test of time. Patience will be your best friend and your worst enemy at times. But just know that you're doing everything the right way. Just like the candle has said, just like the runes have mentioned before. There's more wealth and prosperity coming for you, and that might be a huge distraction from this love life. We have the Ace of Cups and the Chariot. This is a difficult reading nonetheless. probably my most difficult one of the last two I've given you. You just simply will always hunger for more. And you will constantly have to make new decisions in your life, reinvent yourself. There will consistently be a time where you'll have to do this, and at one point or another, in those moments where your patience is most tested, is when you know your biggest breakthrough is about to unfold. So just know that you have to chug through it. Move through those feelings, work through them, sit with them, resonate with them, understand what they are trying to show you and teach you, what they are trying to accomplish for you. And then everything will make divine and ultimate sense. So these thoughts of I can't do this anymore, and why is life so hard and treating me so unfairly, right? That will soon end. That will soon come to a close, and that tale will be no more. That lie, yes, that lie that you tell yourself, that I can't, I will not, I do not. That inner negative voice will vanish from your world, and you will relinquish something new from that experience. I can't quite pinpoint what as of yet, but I feel as though it will be a better version of you, as I've been saying here. I have to mention, though, that this will also show you your strength. This will also test you. See the 7. I was also going to say 2027. 3, confirming the 3-year period, 2025, 2026, 2027 of test. In fact, I see quite everything divisible by 3 here in front of me. So that only confirms it. 9 divisible by 3, 18 divisible by 3. We have the 9 of Cups and the Moon. So it's a very emotional reading. A lot of emotional-based cards. Take what you will of this, but yes, you're a very emotional person. You act on your emotions, but this Moon in reverse here, you will learn not to do such, not to kind of rush things so quickly here. The part of you that has yet to advance is the part of you that is the least mature. And when that matures and ripens, you will be a fully ripened fruit, not just a mere mango, a jackfruit, a big fruit of infinite wisdom, right? Not just small wisdom, like a strawberry, big, right? So they're reminding me that on those moments you're feeling sad, make art of it. On those moments you're feeling frustrated, make the most of it. And that will be the most beautiful thing that you will have ever created and done on this planet. So I think you will be known for your art, believe it or not. I feel deeply to say that your work shall be recognized before your very eyes, and you will receive the proper credit for the time you've put in. So if you're concerned about this in terms of your occupation, need not concern yourself any longer. This will be a publicly recognized work. The job will recognize your accomplishments, how you have contributed, and you shall be rewarded for this thereafter. So the concerns and stresses that you are experiencing at this moment, you will not be encountering in the near term future. So just know this, that everything will be okay. And the problems we make sometimes are in our own mind and in our own unhealed aspects of ourselves. So when you overcome those qualities of ourselves that you don't quite fancy, that will make life a lot better. Every day will be easier to live, less strenuous on the mind and the heart. And when it's less strenuous, opportunities flow. Life flows. You'll just know exactly what to do in the right time because you are from a clear mind. You are operating from a clear heart. An open heart is a clear heart. And that will guide you into your life's path. And this is why I say that life will be a lot easier moving forward because many souls are shining their specks of light in their hearts now and coming together and realizing what we're really here to do, what it's really all about. What a beautiful thing to read. So, I shall continue with another deck of cards. You sure you wouldn't like some black tea or something? It'll keep you nice and warm. Just as I've seen, once you make up your mind about something, you stick with it, even though you tend to change your mind. Maybe you're already changing as we speak. So, what else do you have to know right now? Just going to end off with a light reading. Have you enjoyed my work so far? Will you be returning to the forest anytime? Just know that I hibernate with the winter. Yes, I do not beg anyone to come seek me while the snows have befallen upon the moss. Plus, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. So, I wouldn't want anyone wandering the woods while the wolves are out. But I will reopen during March. We have the Four of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the King of Wands. Oh, so many wands. When that occurs, one has to pay attention, don't they? And quite frankly, I continue to see a powerful person in front of me, almost like royalty of sorts. Again, on a soul level, someone admirable, someone to be respected. This also gives me a past life energy of someone in a castle amongst royals. A formidable warrior you were. And this is where your masculine energy comes from. Is that lifeline where you were once having to fight for the king. And you've had two best friends, only two, I feel, in your whole life. They passed, and that destroyed you. That destroyed your courage. You came to the king for help, and then they sacrificed you. They also were not on your side. It was a very deeply corrupt king, but on the surface, you thought he was your best friend. He was for you. He was on your side. Maybe something like this replays in your life today. Maybe quite possibly this is where your many sacrifices come from as well. Having to be sacrificed for your people and the village at the time. having to make sacrifices to kind of make up for it in some way. So sacrifice shows up differently in the modern era versus in the 1500s. But this could lead you also to feeling lost, not certain what to do, feeling like, sometimes life gives you sudden shock or sudden unexpected things. And before you know it, you're more confused than you were earlier. And this is what's the test. This is what's truly testing you here. So there could be some things you do here to self-soothe because of this past life energy. So how can you, my dear, release this from you so that it doesn't burden you and your soul any longer? Only you know the answer and the key to this. Maybe we can pull one card. The Fool. You just have to be, right now, as the runes have mentioned, you sort of have to just, this is about dropping things off the cliff, letting things go, allowing yourself to not allow that past memory to hold you back, because you may not consciously remember, but on a soul level you remember, you recall, you have a deep inner recalling, a recollection of sorts, okay? And a recollection is recollecting, repeating that collection of that memory. And so you keep replaying it deep down, and this could cause you to sabotage. Sometimes you feel foolish because you sabotaged an opportunity when it was like something that was so easy to grasp and receive, but you purposely, unintentionally, sort of in between purposefully and unintentionally did it. That's sabotage. It's between, I sort of meant to do it, but I didn't mean to do it at the same time. Yeah, that sort of energy is what I'm seeing here for you today. So as the reading comes to a close, ask yourself, why do I do this? What is causing me to replay this life? Why do I choose this? Because you enjoyed that life so much. Everything was taken from you so suddenly, so quickly, like that. You lost your friends, you lost your life after that. The king got rid of who he thought was his opponent. So, what a horrible way to go, and I'm sorry you've experienced this, but I feel as though to tell you that this does not have to replay itself. You are not actually at a loss, so maybe you feel some hidden or unknown fear and anxiety as a result, that no matter what good things fall upon you, it might end bad. It might be cut short. A surprise thing I have going for me, might be abruptly interrupted. Some special event or circumstance, a trip, all of a sudden, it has to be canceled or delayed. Again, delay comes through in the spirit, and like I said, that could be a time when you hear about a lot of delays, when that will really test your fears. Your worst nightmare fears will have to be tested. That's what I'm saying. But fear not about it, because it will lead to the ultimate growth, as I've said. So let us look at what else we have to see here. I live in such a strangely odd location. One minute it's warm, another cold. I would love to die in the woods, because if I do, at least I wouldn't have to feel the extreme temperature difference, and I wouldn't have to see many people. That would be an ideal way to go. The tower. Confirmation of your worst nightmare unfolding, but it's also the biggest blessing and growth. It's also going to be terrible. It's also going to be a greatness to it. Ten of Pentacles and Eight of Cups. It will allow you to show your best, greatest quality. It will allow you to clear these heavy, dense emotions. Picture it as a volcanic activity, right? Of sorts. All of that lava billowing and swelling up inside of that volcano, ready to spew out of its chamber. You're billowing and swallowing and swallowing and billowing, and that lava is just causing your stomach to wrench and to hurt. And then before you know it, it spews out. So when your worst nightmare unfolds, the lava comes out. All that fear has to come out of you. The nightmare has to come so the fear can leave your body. Does that make sense? So you stop swallowing it. You're swallowing it right now. You're building up that lava. Come 1-2 years, the lava has to come out. And then it will lead to blessings, unimaginable blessings, unimaginable relief. It will be great. So that's sort of how I see it here. So everything is working for you, not against you. It is all going to be a blessing for you in the long haul, okay? You might not even see it right away. You might think, oh my gosh, the world is ending. This is crazy. It has to be released from all of us so we can finally be one, finally be at peace, finally be calm and relaxed. So it is a collective message of sorts. But however you perceive it to be, that is what the message shall bring your way. I will be doing one last spread, a star spread. See one final problem, perhaps that you may be facing, a difficulty, a challenge, the Emperor. So, again, a ruler, a boss, someone over your life, a domineering force. This could be a father figure that's toxic. Men can be so difficult sometimes, can't they? What a pity. The Hierophant. So, we have a very domineering force, indeed. We have someone that thinks they know it all. We have someone that just wants to rule and reign. Does this sound like someone you know in your life, or someone, a public figure, celebrity perhaps, someone that is very well known, that just wants to take charge, take over? It's almost like I see them, they want to put their grubby hands over everything. King of Cups. They want to rule the world. This is, if they could rule the world, they would want to. If not already, they do, in a way, in a weird, twisted fate kind of way. This is someone that has been a very powerful force in past lives and has ruled other lives. This could actually be the same ruler that ended your life. Believe it or not. They're acting very erratically and emotionally as we speak. I feel like they're going to come to a time let me not jump to conclusions, but we have Wheel of Fortune here. A lot is in the works here. A lot of intense energies are unfolding. And this is why I'm glad I'm doing this reading during the harvest moon, so that I can peer into the veil of what this next cycle of our evolution will look like, because we're at this turning point in human history that is so profoundly impactful. But I have to go back and mention the Hierophant again, because it is in the cause pile, what has caused them to be so corrupt, right? So emperor-like, which is toxic, tyrant energy, right? And again, it's a command, it's a force ruling all our lives, right? A woman, a mother, someone that didn't treat them right growing up. Unhealed energy, unhealed trauma. Just if you start seeing everyone through the eyes, like if they're doing something wrong or nasty, being nasty in their attitude, being hateful, there's something there, unhealed. Avs, right? As you muggles say, obviously. I don't mean muggles in a demeaning way. I just mean people that live in the public life. I just choose not to live that way. But anyway, my pride aside, factors at play here. I definitely am getting an impactful energy of like, almost like they will just start dumping their emotions on the public. And they're gonna be here a while, right? I feel like my advice to you is to be patient with this person, whoever it is in your life, personal or public, right? Both as well. I hear both. I hear it's a public figure, but also someone you know that's like them in your private life as well. It's going to go on for some time. It's not going to go away overnight. They're not going to pass away overnight, okay? You might have to move, relocate, change job positions. Things are going okay with your job now, but I feel like things will change there shortly after. The boss type hierarchical energy gets a little bit emotional. Okay? It's not going to be cute. It's really not. It's going to be a little bit chaotic, almost like they sort of have this rogue energy to them. They just sort of lash out, end up like a whiny baby B word. It's just going to be nasty to witness a grown man act and behave as such. So it's going to be a little scary. It's going to be like, oh, you're in charge of this place, or you're ruling this world and this country, but you're acting this way? Oh my God, we're screwed. That's sort of that energy. So people might freak out. You can only laugh your way through life. It's all a short existence anyway. You might as well laugh. But thank you for joining me today. I wish we would end on a better note, but there are some things coming that will test us all shortly. I just ask the highest divine to bless people with the most blessings in the meantime, to help them make this experience a little lighter, a little easier, less heavier. Speaking of heaviness, we have had quite a heavy reading, have we not? So I shall burn some sage to help that heaviness subside. I don't really need this since I'm in the woods. I have nature all around me to cleanse energies of old. But thank you, Spirit World, God, Universe, for blessing us today with this ability to read, to channel. Thank you for allowing me to do my work, to help contribute to this society. The session is now officially over and finished. What did you think? Any thoughts you have gained? Any introspective insights, perhaps? Well, I'm glad you were left speechless. I'm going to leave that warm kettle for you right there so that you can wisely choose to swig some beverage before you part ways with me today, because the draft is kicking in as the dust is unfolding before you. It will keep your belly nice and heated while you do your mile walk backwards into the village. Thank you for joining. Yes, it is my honor and pleasure. Please return anytime you desire. I will see you sometime, eh? Be well. I'll go back and finish knitting some more scarves now. Toodle-doo. Toodle-doo. Have a safe travel back.